Well, hey, I'm gonna try something new here. What's going on, my lazies? Oh, I don't like that. I'm Tony with Lazy Tech TV, and we're gonna talk about one of the simplest ways that you can upgrade your battle station. This, ladies and gentlemen, is Rocket's Sense Aimo mousepad, the XXL version, if you will. It actually comes in two sizes, a mid-size and a XXL size. There's no XL or even an L, just goes from mid to really big. Before we move on, I do have to say thank you very much to Rocket for sending this our way here at the studio. We love it. This is not a sponsored post or a paid video or anything like that. It's not an ad. This is just my experience of utilizing this over the past month. And so with that being said, I love it. There are a few things that I took note of it when I got it, and I've got to say, compared to some of the competing mouse pads that I've used in the past, ones that were illuminated, ones that were just basic mouse pads, this has its pros and it has its cons. So let's first talk about its pros. Its pros is it's beautiful. I mean, look at this thing. It pops, the color actually genuinely seems to be a little bit more sharper than some of the other competitors that are out there. So when you're walking into a studio like this and you see all these different lights, especially all the lights that are built into, you know, an illuminated keyboard, this looks so nice. It's a nice added touch. And the fact that both my keyboard and my mousepad are both Rocket, utilizing the Swarm app and Aimo, all the lights are, what is it called? Choreographed. Choreographed? Synchronized. All the lights are synchronized. Now, between you and me, I don't have a Rocket mouse, so I'm not like a Rocket fanboy or anything like that. But I do have this HyperX mouse that I've had for, gosh, so long, and it's one of the best mice that I've ever used. But utilizing this mouse on a competing platform's product, I don't, first off, that's not gonna make any difference. Second off, this texture feels very, very similar to that of like Razer's texture or even Corsair's mouse pad that you can get. It's very, very similar to that, but where it wins me over is the bottom. Now you can't see the bottom, obviously, but the bottom has this non-stick material. So once you place it on your desk, it is not going anywhere. And if you decide to go with the XXL version of this mouse pad, I highly recommend that you do. You never have to worry about making sure that your mouse is on the mouse pad, because for the most part, this thing is so big, there's gonna be things on your mouse pad that you actually don't want on the mouse pad. It's a very flexible mouse pad, very lightweight. It's not too thick. In fact, it's 3.5 millimeters thick. And if you want the exact dimensions of both the medium and the large, here on screen are the exact dimensions of the medium and the extra, extra large. Again, there's no large. There's just the medium and the extra, extra large. Sorry, I don't know why I said large. One of the weird, I'd say, con is that the power is actually via a braided USB cable, detachable USB cable, but it's micro USB. It's not a big deal. Like, you don't need USB Type-C for this. We're just powering lights here. We're not trying to start up a rocket. Get it? Nevertheless, in this day and age, it's just kind of weird to see a new product or new-ish product that's still running off of micro USB. That was just kind of weirded me out. And if we go back onto the Pro side, there's a little button over here, right by where the USB cable is. And before I was hitting it and it didn't really look like it was doing anything, but if I go into the Swarm app, what it actually does by default is it changes the brightness of these LEDs. Now, if you're like, I don't really care about the brightness of those LEDs, come on over, let me show you the Swarm app. This is really cool because with this key assignment, you can determine if you want to change the brightness, change the effect, change the speed of how often that these colors are switching over, or just the basic on and off. We've got on, we've got off. And talking about those lights, there are actually two zones that are programmable. There's the left zone and then the right zone. So right now we have it set to just be the AIMO intelligent setting. So it just kind of mimics what the rest of the AIMO stuff is doing. So if I had AIMO mouse, AIMO keyboard, AIMO headsets, they would all be corresponding to the same light pattern that AIMO wants to do. But if we go into the drop down here and go into custom mode, we can set the right LED side and then the left LED side. So right now, just for the purposes of this video, we've got the right LED being this greenish color, and then the left LED being this bluish color. They're very obviously different colors and almost opposite ends of the color spectrum. Almost, not 100%. But enough to say, okay, these are different enough colors, but we can see how they are blending into each other utilizing these two zones. So you can completely personalize how these colors interact with each other, how they work, and if you want, you could go back to AIMO. I personally prefer AIMO because I just like all the different rainbow colors that it does, and it just kind of cycles through every single one of them, and it makes it very nice and flashy for me. But like any mouse pad, this has the same issues of keeping crumbs off of it, keeping dust off of it, pet hair, just, you know, finger grease and stuff like that. So if you're hoping that your mouse pad is going to stay, you know, this color black and this clean forever, just be very aware of how you properly clean mouse pads. You want a very nice, warm but damp cloth to do it. You don't want anything too abrasive because you can actually disrupt the texture and the fabric and how all this stuff is woven in here to give you the best reaction times and all that other good stuff. So just be very wary about how you're taking care of your mouse pads. For me, I am never going to be eating over here. Never. I've learned my lesson. We're keeping this nice and clean. That is my goal for 2023 and beyond. So if you have any other questions, please let us know in the comment section down below. Links, as always, can be found in the description below. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, share this with your friends. And if you want, I actually stream live on Twitch, twitch.tv/LazyTecTone. We have a lot of fun over there. Learn a little bit more streaming tips, streaming etiquette, ideas about how to be the best content creator or best person you can be. And you know, I love to hear your feedback live. And so if you want to have a really good in-depth conversation or just watch me be terrible at games, come on over. So until the next time, take care of yourselves and each other. Later.